All right, let's go ahead and do this. Welcome to the North Super Regional in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Holy cow, here we are. After months and months, you are finally here. You have made it through qualifying matches after qualifying matches, and we are going to have one heck of a couple days already. We've had judging yesterday, but we're going to make the next 2 days the most powerful, fun weekend that we possibly can. Are you ready for it? My name is Jerry Lawler. I have been a volunteer for 7 years, since 2009 with FTC Iowa, and I am so happy and proud to be here today to help guide us through this wonderful journey that we're on together. As many of you know, FIRST is a nonprofit that has been inspiring kids to engage in science and math disciplines for over 20 years. In 2005, the FIRST Tech Challenge was launched, and it joined the other FIRST programs of Junior Lego League, Junior First Lego League, First Lego League, and the First Robotics Competition. FTC has rapidly grown. Do you know how many teams there are? Blah, 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 blah. 300,000, and we have 72 of the best here today. $300,000 students, 3,000 teams stretching over 70 countries. That is absolutely incredible. So congratulations for choosing to be part of such a dynamic and growing community. Today's competition would not be possible without our amazing sponsors. We would like to thank our official program sponsor, Rockwell Collins. Thank you, Rockwell Collins. Our official Internet of Things, CAD and collaboration sponsor, PTC. And our official control system sponsor, Qualcomm. Science, technology, engineering, and math studies have never been so important to FTC and is playing a huge role in getting kids involved in these disciplines. Parents and mentors, coaches, your presence here today to support your children and students is crucial in this process. If you are a coach, a parent, or a mentor, please rise right now and be recognized. And remember that FIRST has partnered with many great colleges. We are fortunate here to be represented by one of the great institutions in all of the U.S. and really, honestly, all of the world. And it's not because it's my alma mater, it's because they do great things. Thank you to the University of Iowa College of Engineering. Please remember, these colleges and great universities that FIRST has partnered up with are offering your students scholarship money to come and study with them. Many universities offer scholarships that can be used for any major. Many scholarships go unused because students don't apply. So I urge you, please, even if you think that it's a long shot, apply to some of these great institutions and apply for these scholarships. The money is there for you, and it's because you worked hard and dedicated yourself to a FIRST team. For more information about the generous FIRST scholarships, please check out the FIRST website. Students, this is the most important thing to keep on the front of your mind. Do you know what it is? GP. Gracious professionalism. Those two words will guide you through the rest of your life if you keep them on the front of your mind. They will guide you through relationships. They will guide you through your professional experiences. And today, tomorrow, and as long as you are a part of this competition, keep GP, gracious professionalism, on the front of your mind. It is with distinct pleasure and an honor to welcome one of our fabulous guest speakers to this opening ceremonies of the North Super Regional for FTC. Mr. Kelly Ortberg is Chairman, President, and Chief Executive Officer of Rockwell Collins. He was appointed to President in September of 2002, CEO in July of 2013, and was named Chairman of the Board for Rockwell Collins in November of 2015. A native of, oh, it gets better than that. A native of Dubuque, Iowa, Mr. Ortberg earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering from where? The University of Iowa. Mr. Ortberg serves on the Board of Governors and the Executive Committee of the Aerospace Industries Association and is a member of the Business Council and serves on the Board of Directors for who? First, for the inspiration. God, I love these words. I love these words every single time I say them. For the inspiration and recognition of science and technology. Holy cow. Mr. Ortberg is a member of the Iowa Business Council and the Governor's Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math STEM Advisory Council. He also serves on the University of Iowa Engineering Advisory Board and the Hawkeye Area Council of the Boy Scouts of America Board. Mr. Kelly Ortberg, the Chairman and President, and if that wasn't enough, the CEO of one of our major sponsors, our friend Rockwell Collins.
Thanks. Wow, what an introduction. I guess I underdressed for the occasion. I didn't know Jerry was going to be so well dressed. Well, first of all, let me welcome everybody to Cedar Rapids, and congratulations on all the teams to make it here. It's unbelievable competition, and you're the cream of the crop, so congratulations on that. I want to give a shout out to the city of Cedar Rapids, who's hosting the event, obviously, but they're going to be hosting this event through 2019, and I know many of you, most of you, are from outside of the city area. Please enjoy your time here. I know this is very important to the city. The mayor couldn't be here today. He's out of town, but I'm sure there'll be folks from the city mingling with you during the event. Is very important, so hopefully you have a good stay here. I also want to give another shout out to the University of Iowa College of Engineering for being the sponsor of this activity in the state of Iowa, and nobody spends more time and more focused in doing that than Rebecca Whitaker. Where's Becca? All right, there's Becca. She is a star. She is a star, and it's people like Becca who really make this happen. So thanks for everything you do, and keep up the good work. I also want to give a shout out to the parents and sponsors and the folks who've helped all the kids get here. Without you, they couldn't be here today, and I know it takes a lot of your personal time. It's really, really important that you do that. You're giving these kids the opportunity to have a lifelong career in STEM education. So thanks for what you're doing. And I'd ask all the students, make sure you personally, sometimes us engineer folks have trouble telling people we really appreciate what they're doing. So tell your parents or the sponsors that you really appreciate the support that they're providing to you, because it's critically important. Well, I suspect that a lot of you don't really know much about Rockwell Collins, but we're actually pretty close to almost everybody's life. At Rockwell Collins, we keep people safe, connected, and informed. And if you've been on an airplane, chances are that airplane got to where it's going safely because of the equipment from Rockwell Collins, built primarily here in Cedar Rapids. There's certainly much of it in the state of Iowa. We provide all the cockpit controls that a pilot uses to navigate the airplane, the head-up displays, the head-down displays, the integrated pilot controls, the sensors on the aircraft, the weather radar that keeps it from, that detects wind shear, keeps the aircraft from running into hail, all the onboard sensors that go on an aircraft that keep it from aircraft from colliding both with other aircraft or colliding with the ground. All the navigation sensors, whether it's using satellite or radio navigation to make sure that that airplane gets to where it needs to go. And then all the communications equipment that allows the pilot or the passengers with the internet to connect to the ground while in flight. So as you can kind of imagine providing all that equipment, innovation is at the heart of what we do at Rockwell Collins. And what's interesting is that's why this event is so important to us in this activity. We are the national sponsor of FTC. We provide, this is our 7th year as a national sponsor. We provide over $1 million each year to help you all fund this activity because it's that important to us. But what's really, really cool about this is what we do is we have teams of people. We do electrical, mechanical design, software design, systems integration, finance, marketing, and you know what? That's exactly what you're doing here today. You've put together this, and the whole trick is bringing a team of people together to design something and beat the competition. And that's what we do every day, and you're learning a lifelong experience here that's going to carry you through your career. And the thing I would encourage you to do, all the students, continue to take the math and science classes, continue to look at ways of pulling out your innovative spirit, and most of all, continue to focus on teamwork. I guarantee you that the teams that are going to win here today, and probably the way you got here, one of the key ingredients was the teamwork, the teams that work together. Yeah, the best robot tends to also be an important thing, but having that teamwork is really critically important, and that happens every day in our business. The teams that win are the teams that work together. So learn that and apply that here in your competitions. Now, I heard there are teams here from 13 different states, so we're going to do a little exercise. I want you to think about the time you left your house and to the time that you arrived in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and figure out how many hours that is, and you can round up. So if it took you 3.5 hours, all right, now everybody stand up. Everybody, stand up. All right, so for those of you who traveled from 0 to 2 hours, sit down. Cedar Rapids people. All right, 0 to 4 hours, sit down. 0 to 6 hours, sit down. Oh, we lost a few. 0 to 7 hours. What did you guys walk? 0 to 8 hours. Oh my gosh. 0 to 9? Did you guys ride your robots here? Up there? Where are you from? Michigan. Michigan. Let's give them a round of applause. Well, so the Michigan team is tired. Everybody else is going to try to take advantage of you. Don't let them get you down because you 9-hour travel. So that's incredible that you came 9 hours to be here. Well, you didn't come to listen to me. Congratulations. I see the competitions have already started. It looks very, very exciting. I love the energy in the room. I'm going to get off the stage and just ask you to help me out with one thing. What teams are going to win here? Good luck.
Boy, what a treat. Mr. Kelly Orberg from Rockwell Collins. Wow. Absolutely blown away. And if you're still standing, you can sit down now. We have another special guest, and Wednesday when we were setting up the fields and getting ready, he's one of these individuals that when he walks into a room, you know that he's there. He doesn't have to wear a fancy jacket or colorful pants or anything like that. Ken Johnson from First started in 2007, the same year that First Tech Challenge was approved as an official First program. Since then, the program has grown to approximately, how many? 300,000 students. I said that wrong earlier. 3,000 to 5,000 teams and approximately 18 countries. Think about that. We have teams here today that are doing outreach programs in Kenya, in Australia, and it's because of the great dedication and leadership from First. Please give a warm welcome to the director of the First Tech Challenge, your very own Ken Johnson.
Good morning, FTC. So I saw you all standing up, and I don't think anyone has an excuse. I don't care if you're from Michigan, anywhere. I want to hear a lot of noise, a lot of excitement, because you're here to compete. You're here to do something that most of the country hasn't been able to do. You made it to super regionals. So, Jerry, I got to say, you stole a little of my thunder up there because you're throwing a lot of statistics out there. But if you don't mind, I'm going to correct you on just a couple of them. So there are about 50,000 students competing in First Tech Challenge this year, worldwide, in those 18 countries, including the North America countries. The group that made it to the super regionals, this group right here, represents the top 7% of teams around the world. 7%. So you should all be very proud of yourselves, regardless of how you do in the competition, regardless if you earn your way to the World Championship, you've already succeeded. And I want to point out a couple of other things. There are about 150,000 volunteers that make First work across all the programs, 150,000. There are approximately 160 that made this event happen. And Kelly pointed out a couple of them, led by Rebecca Whitaker, and we really can't thank her enough. There are many other Rebecca Whitaker types out there, but no one just like Rebecca. And those of you that know her know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'll throw another couple statistics at you, and this one really blew me away. Those 150,000 volunteers that make all this happen put in about 13 million person hours per year. 13 million person hours per year. That blew me away. If we had to hire that type of manpower, person power, we'd be out of business. So we really do run on the strength of our volunteers. And that begs the question, why the heck are they putting that much time into this effort? Why are they putting that much energy, that much passion, taking time away from their families, from their jobs? And by that matter, why does Rockwell Collins and Qualcomm and PTC all support the efforts that we undertake here? They do because it's important. It is critically important. And the other not so secret is that they need you. They need each one of you. There is a lack of people that have the skills that we need to take ourselves into the future in a positive way. You can see it every day. The problems keep increasing. Some of the discourse in our country continues to devolve. We need people that can demonstrate gracious professionalism, cooperation. Yeah, let's have a round of applause for that. We also need people that can demonstrate the types of skills that you're learning here. One of the hottest jobs right now is mobile app developers, and I think that First is probably the single largest group of mobile app developers in the world right now, and that happened in like 6 months. So you all know the secret, right? We put on this new game every year. We give you a bunch of different technology that you can use. We throw a whole bunch of wrenches in there, like changing the whole technology platform around this year. By the way, we're going to do that again every 6 years or so, so I don't want to hear any more complaining. But we throw all these variables at you, and then we kind of have this umbrella of gracious professionalism, cooperation, all the really important ethos of FIRST, which are demonstrated through the Judged Awards, how you compete on the field. But that whole stew of stuff really is the stuff that employers need, that the country needs, that your economies need, and that your families need. So that's what we all have as an opportunity in front of us. And with every opportunity that any of us get, also comes with it responsibility. The other thing that you probably know, and if you don't, I'll remind you of it right now, is that there isn't enough of you. And I'm not just talking about the people in this room, I'm talking about the 50,000 students that participated this year, or the million-plus alumni of FIRST. We need more of you. There's not enough. So I have one question or one request of each of you here. There's a real simple way for us to increase the number of participants. We can double the size of our tribe overnight. All we need to do is have every single person in this room bring just one more person to an event. Get just one more teacher interested in coaching a team. Get one peer student or one kid on your block interested in participating on a team. And overnight, we can double the size of this tribe that we've got. And you know what big tribes become? They become movements. Movements change the world. And that's what we're here to do, and that's what you're doing. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful event.
Nice job. Mr. Ken Johnson from FTC. So I always like to say, as my good friend Andy Marshall taught me, teachable moments. And relating back to gracious professionalism, do you know how humbling it is to be corrected by Ken Johnson on my statistics? Yeah, we'll just leave that one alone. Thank you, Ken. How many man hours or person hours? 13 million. Can you believe that? That's insane. We have over 150 daily volunteers here to put on this super regional. Unreal. Unreal. Where are our beautiful judges? There they are. There they are. Majestic judges. These individuals, we started setting up on Wednesday. They were here until close to, I think, midnight last night, going over all of the team's bios, engineering notebooks. They're going to be hard at it right after this. They're going to be watching you on the fields, and they have the difficult job of the closing ceremonies that we're going to have tomorrow afternoon. So thank you, judges, for all of your hard work and dedication. Some of you I know even started days ago. So thank you very much to the judges. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If there was a group, not to diminish anybody else, if there was a group that you wanted to applaud and give love to, it's those folks right over there, because they are beautiful and we love you. Where are the FTAs and FTAAs and CSAs? Where are you? Stand, rise, and be applauded. These volunteers know the in and outs of the technology we use to run this competition and are key to keeping things running smoothly. They are in charge of ensuring that the robots run properly on the field. Thank you, FTAs, and all of your assistants. Thank you. Where are the referees? Referees, please stand. Stand. Rise. Rise. Hello. Hello. Please keep in mind that many of these referees go on to Worlds. They know the rule book in and out. If you have a question, you hop into the question box. But remember one thing. Stick to the schedule by respecting their decisions and follow the appropriate challenge process. There are no video replays. There are no hey, I have a video, there's no measuring on the fields. Their rules are, and their decisions are final. So thank you, referees, for sometimes being the sounding board to, to the wonderful challenges that we have. Thank you, referees. Can we do video? So we're going to take a second here to watch the game animation, which is this year's game for all of the wonderful spectators that we have here. So sit back and enjoy this year's game animation.
And now, welcome to the first tech challenge and this year's game, First Rescue. A team consists of 2 drivers, a coach, and a robot. The robot must be built from materials specified in the game manual and fit within an 18-inch sizing cube. After the match starts, it can grow to any size. Each match is played with 4 randomly selected teams, 2 per alliance. Your alliance partner for one match may be your opponent in another. The game is played on a 12-foot square playing field with a foam tile floor and 1-foot-high walls. At opposite corners of the field are 2 mountains, each divided into red and blue climbing zones. Each mountain also has 3 alliance-specific goals. At the top of each mountain is an all-clear signal, which can be pivoted in either direction. A zip line is fastened to the side of each mountain. 3 climbers are affixed to the zip line and held in position by stops connected to 3 triggers at different levels. Near the bottom of the zip lines are shelters mounted on the outside of the field wall. Next to the shelters are lighted rescue beacons with push buttons to control the color of the lights. In front of each beacon is a beacon repair zone. Between the beacon repair zones and mountains are taped off floor goals. There are 8 more climbers in addition to the 6 climbers on the zip lines. Debris will also be introduced onto the field. This consists of 50 blocks 2-inch square and 30 balls 2.8 inches in diameter. The 4 robots are placed on the field in their respective alliance areas. They must touch the perimeter wall but cannot touch the mountain or another robot. Teams may preload up to 2 climbers onto each robot. Then the field personnel randomize the rescue beacon lights and disperse the 80 pieces of debris onto the field. Each match begins with a 30-second autonomous period, followed by a 2-minute driver-controlled period, which includes a 30-second endgame. During the autonomous period, if a robot presses the rescue beacon reset button corresponding to their alliance color, they earn 20 points. If their partner pushes the same button, they earn an additional 20 points for a total of 40. Robots should choose wisely. Selecting the wrong button earns points for the opponent. Each preloaded climber scored into an alliance-specific shelter earns 10 points. At the end of the autonomous period, if a robot is parked within the floor goal or beacon repair zone, the alliance earns 5 points. If a robot is parked partially on a mountain low zone, it earns 5 points, or 10 points if it's fully on the low zone. A robot parked in the mid zone earns 20 points. And if a robot can climb to a mountain high zone, it earns 40 points. During the driver-controlled period, debris scored in the floor goal counts 1 point each. Debris scored in the mountain low goal counts 5 points each. Debris in the mid-zone counts 10 points each, and debris in the high zone counts 15 points each. Climbers placed in the shelter are worth 10 points, and climbers already in the shelter from the autonomous period are counted again for an additional 10 points each. Climbers that have slid down an alliance's zip line are worth 20 points each. As in autonomous, robots parked on the mountain can be worth 5, 10, 20, or 40 points depending on the level attained. Only during the endgame, the last 30 seconds of the match, may robots climb the cliff zone. Claiming an all-clear signal earns 20 points. And finally, if a robot can hang from the pull-up bar at the end of the match, it's worth 80 points. We want you to have fun and play hard at the competitions, but always remember gracious professionalism. There are penalties for teams that break the rules. For example, pinning another robot, or blocking access to the mountain or floor goals. Tipping over an opponent's goal and controlling more than 5 game pieces at a time are also penalties. Please read both parts of the game manual and follow the Q&A game forum for the complete rules and penalties for first rescue. And again, remember your gracious professionalism. Have fun and good luck. Go First Tech Challenge!
So there it is in a nutshell, the game animation, and I goofed. I forgot a very special and important person in this whole entire mix, and it is our affiliate partner from the College of Engineering, a dear friend of mine that I've worked closely with for 7 years. Please welcome our event host and our affiliate partner, Miss Rebecca Whitaker. There she is. There she is. Thank you, Rebecca. Do you want to talk? No. All right. Please stand, and tiaras are okay to leave on your head, but remove all other headwear for today's national anthem. It is a great pleasure to also introduce a former FTC, a former FRC, and now FTC Iowa volunteer from Cedar Falls, Iowa, Miss Lauren Harder.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets right glad, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Miss Lauren Harder from Cedar Falls. So we have 2 divisions here, of course, the Ortberg division and also the Ryerson division. Let's introduce the teams as we read your name, as I read your name and my multiple personalities. Please stand and be recognized by your peers. First, we're going to start with the Ortberg division. Please welcome from Crawfordsville, Indiana, Tobor from Crawfordsville High School 535. Team 2866, Control Alt Compete from Maryland, Missouri. The Quarks, Team 3591 from Eureka, Missouri. Team 3658, the Bosons from Eureka, Missouri. Team 3664, Girls with Attitude from Chaffee, Missouri. Team 4587, the Red Hot Techie Peppers from Kansas City, Missouri. Waco Aerobotics from Troy, Ohio, Team 5140. Team 5202, Zip Tie Fighters from Decatur, Illinois. Team 5250, Loading from Fort Pierce, South Dakota. Team 5385, Enigma Riddlers from Grand Rapids, Michigan. From Iowa, Davenport to be exact, the Combustible Lemons, Team 5466. Erector Sets, Gone Mad, Team 5943 from Bloomington, Minnesota. Team 5975 from Denver, Iowa, the Cybots. Team 5980, Tech Vikes from Hopkins, Michigan. Please welcome from Bettendorf, Iowa, deviation from the norm, 6093. From Cincinnati, Ohio, it's The Nuts, 6133. Black Fraud Robotics from Novi, Michigan, 6134. From Eden Prairie, Minnesota, please welcome the Lazy Bots, Team 6389. Team 6458, the Shufflebots from Williamsburg, Iowa. From Hortonville, Wisconsin, it's Hortonville Robotics, Team 6981. Team 6987, Hat Tricks from Granville, Ohio. Team 7043, Golden Gears, Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. The Robo Raiders from Troy, Illinois, 7129. It's Robo Squad from Rochester, Minnesota, Team 7152. Mechanical Mayhem from South Lynn, Michigan, 8487. From DeWitt, Iowa, the Finger Puppet Mafia, 8588. Mount Prospect, Illinois presents Shockwave Robotics, Team 8608. Team 8686, Height Differential from Shoreville, Minnesota. All the way from Elgin, Illinois, it's Blue Box Bots from Team 8907. It's the Iron Maidens from Apple Valley, Minnesota, Team 9205. St. Mary's, 9707 from Bismarck, North Dakota. Team 9789, Toxic Gears from Granger, Indiana. From Cincinnati, Ohio, it's 10030 Seven Sigma Robotics. Please welcome from Northville, Michigan, from Hillside Middle School, the Killer Coders 9908. From Grover Hill, Ohio, 10346 Raider Robotics. And Team 10841 from Grand Island, Nebraska, the Pirates of the Grand Island. Those are your teams for the Ortberg Division. Now on to the Ryerson Division. Please welcome Team 3537 Mecca Hamsters from Greenwood, Indiana. Leopold Gearheads from Leopold, Missouri, Team 3665. Team 3740, Robo Rams from Scott City, Missouri. From New Berlin, Wisconsin, it's Supposable Thumbs, 4106. Team 5126, Dice from Ankeny, Iowa. Temperance, Michigan brings us Loose Screws, sometimes called the Fellowship of the Loose Screws, 5237. They're out gone fishing, but they're here today from Waukee, Iowa, Team 5340. From Grand Rapids, Michigan, it's Enigma Puzzlers, Team 5391. From Highland Park, Illinois, let's give a big round of applause for Enigma Puzzlers for sponsoring today's, helping us sponsor Tiara Friday, Team 5391. I read that wrong. I apologize. It's Rowboat to the Knee, Team 5452. From Sioux City, Iowa, Marsupial Tech, Team 5985. From Aurora, Ohio, Team 6022, TBD, to be determined. Temperance, Michigan, Bionic Broncos, Team 6079. From right here in Cedar Rapids, it's the Cougar Bots from Kennedy High School, 6121. From Scott City, Missouri, it's the other guys, Team 6377. Adena, Minnesota presents Motorbolts, Team 6705. From Allendale, Michigan, Allendale Middle School, Hexasonics, Team 7023. We have two loose screws here, and this is the real one. Fellowship of the Loose Screws, Sioux Falls, South Dakota presents Team 7123. Mechanical Mayhem from Lapeer, Michigan, Team 7138. From Springdale, Arkansas, Springdale High School, Tech Hogs Robotics, Team 7209. Team 7261, NHS Blue. From Sioux City, Iowa. Dynamic Signals, Gurney, Illinois, Team 7351. Eagan, Minnesota, the Q is what? Silent. Team 7655. Warren County 4-H Robotics from Norwalk, Iowa, Team 8189. The Giant Dinocephalic Brainstem Robotics Team from Baden, Pennsylvania, Team 8393. I rehearsed that one all last night and I messed it up still. Worm Gear for Warriors from Edwardsville, Illinois, 8620. It's the Time Crafters from North Branch, Minnesota, Team 8962. Please welcome the Frozen Bombers from Minot, North Dakota, Team 9043. From Richland, Michigan, Gold Lake Middle School, it's the Twisted Devils Green, 9087. Apollo from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Team 9345. From Cedar Falls, Iowa, Crossfire, 9968. Team 10091, Nyan Robotics from Modeling, Illinois. From North Fairfield, Ohio, Hercules, 10211. It's the Roboducks from Zeeland, Michigan, 10255. From Aurora, Minnesota, Untitled One, 10432. Also from Middleton, Wisconsin, please welcome Phoenix, 10686. And finally, but not least, certainly not least, Mission Possible from Centerville, Virginia, 10807. Those are your teams. Give them all a nice round of applause. Who wants to keep these qualifying matches going, huh? We are going to have a great couple of days together. Please remember to keep GP on the front of your mind. Have a great couple of days, and if you need anything, make sure you let Becca know. Thank you. Have a great day.